Alright, so welcome back to the channel. I am going to be doing another video. In this one, I'm talking about the narcissist, and when you reconnect with them, are you the only person that they're reconnecting with at that time? I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to give you my opinions about this. Every situation is going to be different, of course. Every person is different. It's hard to generalize this disorder because people are different. Although the traits are the same, the things they do are pretty much the same. Every situation, every circumstance is going to be different. So it may or may not be, but you have to understand that there's more of a narcissists have an inclination when they become single. They're not prepared to be single. They do kind of freak out a little bit because they don't have supply. And when a narcissist doesn't have supply, they get very nervous and they will start contacting people from their past. Most of the time, these are ex-girlfriends that the narcissist thinks they could hoover back or get with again. Easy targets that the narcissist feels they can manipulate. So a lot of times, there might be a few of them in the narcissist past, okay? It's probably not just you that they're doing this with. So you have to kind of go into this. If you're going to reconnect with an ex-narcissist, it's kind of important that you go into it. If you're going to do this, now I don't recommend doing this at all. I have videos about why you shouldn't do this. But we're coming up to holiday season, all right? It's around the corner. It's basically tomorrow, right? November 1st. That's when they start playing Christmas music, I think. I think they do, right? No, tomorrow's not. Wait, what am I saying? What am I saying? Tomorrow is Halloween. So the day after Halloween, the 1st of November, is usually when local radio stations start to play holiday music. I'm being serious. Narcissists are also very active around this time when they don't have supply, when they don't have a primary source of supply. And that's a primary source of supply is like basically a steady girlfriend, someone that someone that they brought in, someone that they brought in to either live with or someone that they're seeing on a regular basis. The narcissist will freak out a little bit and they will contact people in their past, girlfriends from their past, to see, one, are they available? And two, do they have a chance? And it's not a chance for a relationship. I've done lots of videos on this. The narcissist is not contacting you because they want to be with you. They want to rectify their bad behavior. They want to confess all their wrongdoings and all their, downfalls. They don't want to do that. Not at all. They're not contacting you for that reason. They don't miss you. They're without supply. And what the narcissist the narcissist thinks that they can possibly get you back. Not back for a relationship, just back to be with them temporarily until they find a primary source. Sometimes, like I said this before, the narcissist will be single for a little bit immediately after they break up with somebody, or they don't have that primary source anymore. Always remember this as well. If you're an ex-girlfriend and you're reconnecting with an old ex-narcissist, the person that they just broke up with, they're probably still in touch with them too. All right? Yeah. Most of the time they are. Now, I'm going on my opinions. I'm not going on definite answers here. As I said, everybody's different. Everybody's circumstances are different. But in my opinion, they're still in touch with the person they just broke up with, because narcissists have a very, very hard time letting go of supply. All right. They normally, unless they have a sure thing, okay, which is basically someone that they bring in to live with, someone who's taking up most of their time. If they don't have that, if they're not in that situation where they have a primary source 24/7, then most of the time they are still in touch with their ex, you know, but they still might be contacting you at the same time because that ex is no longer their primary source. Okay. So they're kind of in between supply sources right now. And that person that they just broke up with is also not consuming a lot of their time. So they have a little more free time now, right? So that during this time, they're going to be out there looking on the prowl. You know, their predatory ways are, you know, they're constantly looking for a primary source. But narcissists don't really want to reconnect with any ex-girlfriends on any permanent level or to really get a relationship back. They don't normally do that because of the fact that that person was already conquered. That person is not really holding a challenge to them anymore. That's why you broke up in the first place. So because you're no longer a challenge, you know, that person, that narcissist is not looking to really be with you. They're looking to use you temporarily. It could be for hanging out. Most of the time it's sexual, but it also could be to just hang out, could just be for, but it's not, they want to have their cake and eat it too. So yes, they might be contacting you to hang out, but they're also expecting sex in the mix as well. Oh yeah, they are. Narcissists have very high expectations of people, of exes and just anybody. They think that you owe them a living, you know, basically. They think that just because you're with them, you know, you got to do all these things for them, you know, like they're the king. It's almost like a double standard with them. They expect all this stuff from you, but they don't do it themselves. It's crazy. So if you are reconnecting, and like I said, this is the holiday season. We're basically in a couple of days, we're going to be in the holidays. Basically, it is the holiday season. If you go to any kind of mall, they're already decorating. They're already putting out Christmas stuff. Kind of is the holiday season. You know, holiday season is really starting much earlier than it used to. It used to be the day after Thanksgiving was when you would start, you know, with the festivities of Christmas. Now it's more like the middle of October is when they're starting. And I'm talking about like the stores, like all the craft stores. They're all putting out Christmas trees and Christmas lights and Christmas decorations. Home Depot, Lowe's, all those places, they're already there. So the narcissist is already there too. And the holiday season is a very busy time for a narcissist. This is when a lot of times, if they are single, this is a lot of times when they will be on the prowl and they may contact. If they don't have that primary source, they may be looking for like a side person that they can just kind of like, you know, not be with, but just kind of hang out with, maybe waste some time with, you know. Yeah, they are looking for that, definitely, without a doubt, because the narcissist can't be alone. The one thing that you have to understand about this disorder is that a narcissist can never be alone, ever. And if they are alone, if they're alone, they're not really alone. Okay? If your narcissist tells you they're single, they're not really single. They're single, yet maybe that person's not there no longer, but they're still in touch, they're still talking, there's still something that's connecting them to someone, okay, that they're still in touch with. The narcissist is never just single, all right? This is something that everybody needs to understand about narcissism. One of the main traits of a narcissist, if you're getting to know someone, is ask about their dating history. And if it seems like they jump from one to the next, that they haven't really been single for very long. Like, I know guys, like I have guy friends who have been single for like 5 years, and they have absolutely no problem being single for 5 years. They're happy, they're content, they're living their lives. They don't need to be in a relationship. A narcissist is very different. A narcissist can never go 5 years without a relationship. A narcissist can even go 5 minutes without a relationship. Like, they go from like relationship to relationship. They might be single for 3 months, 4 months, but that's about it. No long term singleness for a narcissist. They can't do it. They just can't do it. So remember this. If your ex-narcissist contacts you out of the blue during the holiday season, which can be like now up until New Year's, okay? That's the holiday season. And you haven't talked to them in a while. You've been estranged for years or months, and they contact you. And they're coming across like they're single. They tell you they're single. They're not with anyone. They're not with anybody. There is someone that they're with. They're just not telling you about it. It might not be a full-on committed relationship, but they're either waiting for something with someone else, or they're grooming a possible source of supply, or they're still connected to that ex that they just kind of broke up with for whatever reason. All right. There's someone there, because a narcissist has to have that. They have to have that one person that's kind of feeding them supply. All right. If a narcissist is neither ever just like without anybody, without any source of supply. No. That can't happen. That will not happen. So basically, let me give you an example. Say you've been broken up with your narcissist for a year, one whole year. And they might have had a couple relationships since you, very small, little casual ones. Narcissists don't normally do that, though. I want to give a better example. All right, let's go for a long-term one. Say your narcissist just got out of a 5-year relationship, okay? And you dated them maybe 8 years ago, all right? They contact you out of the blue just to talk to you, say hi to you, and they tell you that they're single. But they're not really looking for anybody. They're not really looking for a relationship right now. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. If they tell you that, that's a lie. Because, excuse me. But the narcissist is always looking for supply. Always. What the narcissist isn't telling you is that they already have some source of supply that's sufficing for them right now. That could be that ex that they just broke up with. Maybe they parted as friends. Maybe they parted temporarily. You don't know what their situation is, okay? But the narcissist is never just completely 100% single with nobody. No, that doesn't happen with narcissists. They're either with someone long-term, seriously, like in a serious type live-in relationship, or they're single with a connection to someone, whether it's their ex or somebody new that they're grooming at the moment. But they're never just single. There's always someone lurking in the background, okay? Lurking in the shadows. And they're just not telling you about it. They're just not telling you. That is the truth. That is the truth. When my ex-narcissist contacted me twice since we broke up. That's it. Broken up for 10 years. Every time that we weren't in touch very long, maybe a month at that each time. Okay, he can't handle any kind of long-term, in touch with me. So each time he contacted me, he told me he was single. Every time. but maybe he wasn't living with anybody at the time. Okay. Okay. Maybe maybe his ex sources were not physically there, but there was people that he was seeing, whether it was one person he was seeing or there was two people, whatever, but he was grooming someone. All right. The first time and the second time. All right. They're always grooming someone. The narcissist is never single. He's never just by himself with nobody. That is not a possibility with a narcissist. The narcissist has to have someone at all times. All right. So always kind of keep that in the back of your mind. If you are reconnecting, re-engaging with a narcissist, this is a big topic for this time of year because a lot of narcissists become very active around the holiday season, going out, drinking, and going out for holiday drinks. Okay, this is a big time for them, for socializing, all that stuff. Okay, and if they find themselves single and they're bored and that person is not around all the time because they're not sure, he's just met someone, he's grooming that new person, he might have extra time. He might have, free time, and he might get bored, and he's looking for supply, and he could call you. It doesn't matter how long you've been broken up. There's no time limit with these people. It doesn't matter if it's been 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, 3 months, 13 years. It doesn't matter. If they have your contact information, they will contact you. If they don't have anybody at the moment. And I'm not saying anybody because they do, but that primary source, that strong, permanent source, if they don't have that, they will be lurking for other people. They will be out there doing what they do. They need supply. If that person's not available for them all the time, they need somebody else. Okay, they do. They need more than one. Yeah, they do. If they don't have a permanent supply source, they will be looking for side supply sources as well, secondary, things like that. Yeah, they do. They do that, guys. Don't get bamboozled. Don't get, screwed over by a narcissist or by an ex-narcissist, thinking that you're the only one that they're talking to. You are not the only one that they're talking to. When they become single, they contact a lot of different people from their past. And whatever the easiest target is, that is the one that they will kind of stick around with. The one that poses the least resistance, the one that's easy, the one that doesn't pose any problems, any, high maintenance type people that they can just get with, that doesn't ask questions, doesn't care. That's the kind of supply the narcissist is looking for, okay? If you're someone who's going to ask questions, who's going to have boundaries and standards, they're not going to really hang out with you. They don't like that. That's too much for them. You're too much. Like for me with mine, like I was out of his league. Like he's just out of my league. Not so much the other way around. He's just out of my league because, I'm somebody who requires respect and honesty. Like I'm someone who, I don't say demands it, but if I'm dating someone or if I'm giving you my time and my attention is going on you, then yes, I do require respect and I do require honesty at all times. And narcissists are not really good at doing that. So it doesn't work. When I was younger, I was much more lenient when it came to those things. I really didn't have those boundaries like I have now, but always know this, that you are not the only one. They are contacting multiple exes or just people that they've known, maybe people that they only went on a couple dates with, okay? But they are definitely contacting others. You're not the only one that they're doing this with. You need to know this. Now, when the first time I met up with my ex-narcissist, I didn't know he was a narcissist yet. So I did meet up with him innocently, not knowing what to expect. I hadn't seen him in a long time. I was hoping that maybe he changed. He definitely changed, but not for the better, of course. He changed but mm, but yeah, he definitely changed, but not for the better. And I didn't know why he was contacting me. I really had no idea. At the time, I was well, I wasn't really in a relationship anymore. I was in a relationship, and I had just broken up with somebody. Not really broken up. We just took some time apart. We took some time apart because he had lived really, really far away. He lived up in New England, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I took some time to just think about it. And during that time is when my ex-narcissist contacted me. And instead of blowing him off or ignoring him, I did talk to him. And I hadn't seen him in 4 years, so I did go to see him. We did meet up. And it wasn't bad. It was nice to see him. It's always nice to see him. It's never, even when I was with him in the relationship, seeing him was never horrible. It was always nice to see him. That wasn't the problem, you know. The problem is me and him don't get along. That's the problem. That's it. I mean, it's not like, it's almost like, you ever see that movie The Way We Were? That was a very good movie. Robert Redford, rest in peace. Very good actor. Ever seen that movie The Way We Were? It's a very, very good movie. Barbra Streisand, Robert Redford. It is a love story. They were incompatible, these two. They just weren't right for each other. But they still cared about each other. They still loved each other very much. She still loved him. I think he still loved her. He was with someone else at the end of the movie, so was she. But they still had that thing. Even though they were not right for each other, they did not get along. They were very different. They fought a lot. You can still love someone, even though you don't get along with them, even though they're not the right person for you, even though you don't see eye to eye. You still love someone, just because that person isn't right for you doesn't mean that you can't love them. So, with the same thing with mine, I feel the same way in that movie as she did. She still loves him. They can't be together because they don't mix. But you can still love someone, and that's how I feel about my narcissist. We don't get along. We're very different people, but I still have feelings for him as a person, as a human being, of someone I once cared about. And I'm not saying that we never got along. There was a time when we did get along very well, but that is no longer the case. So that's the way it is. I hate to paint a picture of this horrible kind of meeting up with your ex narcissist being like this horrible, awful thing. For some people, it might be. For some people, yes, it might be very ugly, and you might have a lot of anger there still. I don't have that. I don't have anger. I don't have any begrudgment towards him. We're just not right for each other. And a lot of it is my own fault for not realizing that a lot sooner. I wasted many years because I was very blind during those years. I was a big girl. Very naive, though. I was a very naive girl. In my 30s and early 40s, I was still kind of young-minded. So I'm much different today than I was back then. But I hate to paint this ugly picture. And some people do. And I know, and I totally understand. There's a lot of people who have a lot of bad feelings towards their ex-narcissists. And believe me, mine aren't like warm and fuzzy either. Because he is he was very hurtful to me. But I've let go of all that. And I don't I don't care anymore. I don't care like that. I don't care about him in that way anymore. I've moved on. So, you know, and that's what you need. That's really what you need to do. If you're going to reconnect with your narcissist during the holidays, just telling you, you know, you're not the only one that he's doing this with. Okay. There's other people that they're doing it with. He's probably still seeing the ex. Most likely, if he doesn't have a sure primary source yet, that means he's still on the fence about something or someone. A narcissist is never just alone. All right. Ever. There are people that he's seeing. There are people that he's grooming. Or there could be, someone that, they're still connected in some way. Yes. Always keep that under your belt and understand that, so you don't go into any kind of reconnecting and get hurt or anything like that, because the narcissist is not going to tell you this, okay? He will not tell you this. He'll tell you that he's single, that he's been single for 5 months, 6 months, there is nobody else, but trust me, there is. There's always someone else when it comes to a narcissist. You are not the only one. Okay? So, that is it for this video. And tomorrow's Halloween. It rained all day today. What a crappy couple days it's been. Horrible, horrible. Just really shitty weather. It's been, I mean, it hasn't been that cold, but it's been very, very rainy. We need the rain, so I'm not complaining about it. Tomorrow it's supposed to be a little bit chilly, a little bit windy, and I think 50 degrees, 48 degrees, which is kind of cold. So yeah, the weather's been okay. Like I said, it has been raining, but that's all right. We need rain. We do need rain. Tomorrow's Halloween, and I'm very excited I love Halloween. I do love Halloween. I don't love Halloween as much as I used to love Halloween when I was younger. I still love it. I love the scary movies, but I'm someone who watches scary movies year round. So it doesn't really, the scary movies part of it doesn't really, I don't get really enthralled about that, because like I watch scary movies all year round. Yeah, it's cool they put a couple on TV, but they're all cut up. Like I don't like watching movies that they're cut up, like you don't get the full on effect of a movie. I don't like that. I like getting the full movie. So yeah, it's cool they're putting on the scary ones. But I want to say this. I want to tell everybody this. Saturday, AMC is playing The Walking Dead season 1. Yes. Yes. I just want, if anybody's into The Walking Dead is my favorite TV show of all time. AMC is starting, going way back, 2010, to season 1 of The Walking Dead. This is season 1 is literally like my favorite season. Season 1, season 2, and season 3 are my all-time favorite seasons of that show. Like the other seasons don't compare to that. Season 4 was good too. Season 4 was fine. Season 4 and 5 were also good. But 1, 2, and 3 are just the ultimate show. So I definitely recommend it if you want to watch it. Now, of course, it's on Netflix. If you ever want to watch The Walking Dead, just go on Netflix. So all the seasons are there. But if you're someone who likes watching it on TV, you don't have Netflix, AMC is playing season 1 of The Walking Dead on Saturday. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that on TV in years. Years. It's been years. But I do watch the reruns of that show, I'll be honest. I do go back to season 2, season 3. When there's nothing on TV, or if I can't sleep at night, I turn on my Netflix and I turn on season 3 with the governor and Merle and all them guys. I still love those episodes, and I still watch those episodes. To this day, I still watch all that stuff. 1, 2, and 3 are like on my I just replay them, you know. I love that show that much. That show, I don't know, I just love it. I love it so much. I love all the actors that were in it too. Daryl Dixon is also a good show if you're looking for another TV show. Like, it is very good. It's a quality show. I'm gonna tell you. Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol, that's what it is now, is excellent. I liked season 2 and season 3 were very good. And they're coming out with a season 4, which is gonna be great too. But I don't care for Dead City. Didn't care for that one, and I didn't really like. I thought I was gonna like the one with Rick and Michonne. Was that one? The Ones Who Live. I really didn't like that one that much. I'll be very honest. I really didn't love it. I wanted to. It was okay. It was all right, but Rick was weird in it. I don't know. It just had like a weirdness to it. The Daryl Dixon one is good. It's really good, and the fact that they brought Carol back into it, it's even better now with her in it. Like, the first season was just with Daryl, and it was good, but it wasn't as good as with Carol. Like, it's so much better with her. Together, they're just really good together, those two. So check out Daryl Dixon if you've never seen it. If you're looking for a really good show. It's on Netflix. I think season 1 and season 2 is on Netflix if you have it. Season 3 is on AMC. So, and it just ended like last week. So, anyway, that's it for this one.